Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will show you how to make this beautiful bustier. And if you're interested in a pattern, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box. So I always start with interfacing my main fabric. And I do use the same fabric for the lining, but I do not interface it. So here I am placing the paper pattern on the folded fabric and cut the pieces out. And now connect detail 1 with the other detail 1, the center pieces, and then connect detail 2, 3, and 4. Connect them together. And also the center and the side cup pieces. So now I'm sewing together all of those pieces with 1 centimeter seam allowance. So for the front piece, I'm pressing that seam open. And for the other pieces, I'm checking where I will put my seam allowance, and I'm always putting the seam allowance towards the center. So for center pieces, you put it to the front center, and for the back pieces, you put it to the back center. So cut down the seam allowance on one side, on that side that you will turn the seam allowance to. And regarding the cup pieces, as you see, I press that seam open as I did for the front pieces. Now take that center front piece and then top stitch at 7 millimeters from the seam, and do that on both sides. So this way we're creating the channels for the boning. And as you can see here, for the rest of the pieces, I'm turning the seam allowance to one side and then also make a top stitch at 7 millimeters from the seam. And now you can connect detail 1 with detail 2 and repeat the same process. Sew them together and then cut down the seam allowance on one side, turn the seam allowance to that side, and top stitch at 7 millimeters from the seam. And before you sew together the lower cups with the upper cup, just press that seam open, and now you can pin together the cup details. And now sew them together with a straight stitch and then press the seam open. And now you need to place the foam paper details on the foam and then cut those details out. To connect together the foam details, I'm using a zigzag stitch. So put those cup details together and then just zigzag stitch all the way down. And now repeat for the upper cup part, the same process. And this is how it should look like. Now it's time to connect the main fabric piece cup with the foam. So pin them together at the bottom of the cup. And please do remember to leave 1 centimeter seam allowance at the top of the main cup, of the main fabric cup. And now just sew them together with 5 millimeter seam allowance. And after you have connected them together, you can connect the cups to the body. Here is the same process, just pin them together. And please remember that at the sides, the cup is around 3 centimeters longer than the body. And it should be like that. You do not need to connect those ends together. And now you need to sew them together with 1 centimeter seam allowance. And after sewn together the cup and the body, turn the cup seam allowance towards the body and top stitch at 5 millimeters from the seam. I did not add any underwires to this project, but if you want to, you can do that. And now we can start with the lining. So cut out the lining pieces, pin them together, and sew them together with a straight stitch, 1 centimeter seam allowance. And when you're done, press the seams open. And then connect together the cups and the body, sew them together with straight stitch, 1 centimeter seam allowance, and then top stitch around the cups at 5 millimeters. And before you connect together the main part with the lining, you need to fold in the seam allowance of detail 4 inside and then press. So fold inside 1 centimeter and then press, and do that both on the lining and the main part. And now you can pin together the main part and the lining. So put the main part and the lining face towards face and then pin it together at the top. And now sew them together with a straight stitch and 1 centimeter seam allowance. And now cut down the seam allowance and then also the corners of the cups. And now you need to press for a clean look. And when it comes to my boning, I cut it down at least 1.5 centimeter of each side. So the boning should be 1.5 centimeter shorter than the boning channel is. And right here you see me put some tape on the boning ends. I do this to minimize the chance of the boning hurting the fabric. And when I'm done preparing the boning, I put it inside of the boning channels. And my boning is 5 millimeter wide. And now it's time to work on the hip details. So you have 4 hip details pieces, pin together 2 of them, put them face towards face and then pin them together. Then sew them together with 1 centimeter seam allowance and then cut down the seam allowance. And now take the paper hip detail and cut down the seam allowance. And now I'm placing the paper pattern on the foam and then cutting it out, 2 pieces. Right here, I'm putting the foam inside of the hip detail and then pinning them together. And if the foam is a little bit too big, you can cut it down on that side. And now sew together the main fabric with the foam at 5 millimeter from the edge. And if you're like me, want to add some more details, you can top stitch at 5 millimeters from the edge on the other side of the hip detail, on the curved side. And now I'm pinning together the hip detail to the main fabric. And you can also see that I'm leaving 1 centimeter seam allowance on each side unstitched. So both here in the back, 1 centimeter, and also here at the front. And now I'm sewing those details together with 5 millimeter seam allowance. We will add the 1 centimeter seam allowance when we will connect the lining, but for the moment it's just 5 millimeters. This is how it should look like. And now you need to turn the garment wrong side out and then connect the main fabric with the lining at the bottom of the garment. And now when you have connected the bottom of the garment, you can sew it together with a straight stitch, seam allowance 1 centimeter. So right here, I'm just cutting down the seam allowance, and I'm also cutting down the seam allowance at the corners. And now I'm turning the garment right side out and then pressing the bottom of the garment. And for the final step, take the eyelid panel, fold it in the middle, and then press. And now turn the panel wrong side out and then pin together the sides and then sew them together with 1 centimeter seam allowance. And now cut down the seam allowance and the corner. Turn the panel right side out and then pull out that corner and then just press the panel again. Now take that boning and then cut it 5 millimeters shorter than the eyelid panel, and then make 2 of the bonings for each side of the eyelid panels. If you need to, press the boning. And right here you see me to repeat the step with the tape. Now take the eyelid panel and then put in one of the bonings inside. And then make a straight stitch at 7 millimeters from the edge. So we will close the boning inside of that panel. And this is how it should look like. And then make another straight stitch at 1 centimeter from the first stitch that we made. And now put in the other boning piece inside the panel and then make a straight stitch at 7 millimeter from the other stitch. And here I'm using a ruler to mark where I want my eyelids. I put them at 3 centimeter distance, but you can do as you want. So right here I'm making the holes for the eyelids. And here I'm adding the eyelid, and then I will just press it down. There can be different instructions on different eyelid brands, so please check the instructions for your eyelids. And this is how it should look like. So now I'm cutting down the seam allowance of the eyelid panel to 5 millimeters and then putting that eyelid seam allowance inside of the garment. So I'm putting together both the lining and the main part. And to be sure that the details are aligned, I'm hand stitching it before I go to the machine. And now you need to make a straight stitch all the way down at 1 millimeter from the edge. So I recommend you to do this step really slowly. So it is 1 millimeter from that edge. And the next steps are optional, but if you, like me, want to add the top stitch to the body, I recommend you to hand stitch together the main part with the lining and then make a top stitch at 5 millimeter from the edge. And I also decided to add the top stitch to the top of the garment. And now the bustier is finally done. All you have to do now is add the cord for the lacing in the back. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Bye guys!